Hello and welcome to Follow the Money. I'm Raine Musñgi. Join us as we explore the tools and insights you need to jumpstart your financial journey. Panama's president denies there are Chinese soldiers in the canal that crosses the Central American country. Jose Raul Molino addressed this in a press conference Thursday in response to recent comments by U.S. President Donald Trump. Trump accused Chinese soldiers of illegally operating the canal, threatened on Sunday that the U.S. would retake control over the canal, which it administered for decades, and claimed that Panamanian authorities are ripping off U.S. ships that cross it with high tariffs. Panama established Molino said currently the relationship with China
Chinese soldier in the canal, and on the other hand, it's not going to happen. We maintain a respectful, well-managed relationship with China in terms of what is in the interest of both countries. I have always mentioned that I am very interested in the relationship with China for the effect of Panamanian exports to a market that needs everything. I will wait until January 20th to do what corresponds, which I have not yet defined, with the government of the United States. At this moment Mr. Trump is not president nor does he have any government, so whatever he says I will clarify it, and on my side, I will wait until January 20th to have an official government in front of me to talk about this and many other issues.
Meanwhile, the contractor for Chinese electric vehicle maker BYD denies claims of slavery-like conditions at its factory in Brazil. Xinjiang Group said on Thursday Brazilian authorities' portrayal of their employees as enslaved was inconsistent with the facts that there were translation misunderstandings. This comes after Brazilian labor authorities on Wednesday said they found 163 Chinese nationals in degrading working conditions at a construction site for a BYD-owned factory in Brazil's Bahia state.
The situation found by the labor inspectors was one that subjected workers to degrading working conditions and also to forced labor. The degrading conditions were at work and in the accommodation. The lodgings were overcrowded, without mattresses, used as storage. The preparation and serving of meals was done without conservation, hygiene, and food stored directly on the floor. Faced with this situation, it was necessary to rescue these 163 workers who, in addition to the degrading housing conditions, also had degrading working conditions, with working hours of around 10 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week, resulting in a working week of 60 to 70 hours, which is not a working week allowed by Brazilian law. We spoke to 163 workers, and their statements were also corroborated by documents we analyzed. So it's important to emphasize this so that it's clear that we only rescue workers when we have unequivocal proof that they are working in conditions similar to slavery.
BYD said then that it had cut ties with a firm that hired the workers and was working with authorities. Their statement was reposted by Li Yunfei, general manager of branding and public relations at BYD, on his own Weibo account. He accused foreign forces and some Chinese media of deliberately smearing Chinese brands and the country and undermining the relationship between China and Brazil. Japan's Nippon Steel has revised the closing date for its purchase of U.S. steel. The estimated closing date was revised to the first quarter of 2025 from the third or fourth quarter of 2024 previously. The Japanese giant said it remained confident that the acquisition will protect and grow the business of U.S. Steel. The Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States told the White House on Monday that it was unable to reach a consensus on national security risks involved in Nippon Steel's bid for U.S. Steel. Both President Joe Biden and President-elect Donald Trump have expressed resistance to that agreement. The World Bank has significantly revised up its forecast for China's economic growth, predicting a 4.9% expansion this year. This updates its outlook to 4.5% for next year. It said despite multiple challenges, China still achieved 4.8% growth in the first 3 quarters of this year. The economy has slowed since the second quarter due to weak domestic demand and a sluggish property sector. The global lender suggests that China revitalize its economy through structural reforms as well as boosting liquidity to unleash demand. The World Bank also says that strengthening the social safety net and relieving local governments' fiscal stress are vital for economic recovery. Russian President Vladimir Putin said there was no time left this year to sign a new Ukrainian gas transit deal. He also laid the blame rather firmly on Ukraine for refusing to extend the agreement that brings gas to Slovakia, the Czech Republic, and Austria. The current 5-year gas transit deal between Russia and Ukraine expires at the end of the year.
Now, as we speak, we don't have a contract. It's impossible to sign it in 3 to 4 days. There won't be one. So the prices will rise. But we don't provoke it. It's Ukraine's policy. We told them we will supply even if it is via Sokar, the Azeri company, or a Turkish company, or a Hungarian or Slovak. But Ukraine needs to withdraw the court case against Russia. Because this makes no sense. But they told us, no, we won't withdraw it. Well, you reap what you sow, live without our gas.
Russian gas supplies to Europe via Ukraine are relatively small. Last year, Russia shipped about 15 billion cubic meters of gas via Ukraine. Only 8% of peak Russian gas flows to Europe via various routes in data from 2018 to 2019. Former Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has died. He was 92. Widely considered India's father of economic reform, Singh was ailing and admitted to the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in New Delhi. It's according to local media as of Thursday. He was the first Indian Prime Minister to hold a doctorate. Singh won scholarships to Cambridge and Oxford, earning a doctorate with a thesis on the critical role of exports and free trade in India's economy. A career technocrat, the gray-bearded, bespectacled former central bank governor and finance minister acquired his global orientation working at various international organizations, including the United Nations. Before he came under fire for a series of corruption scandals in 2010 and Narendra Modi ascended to power, he governed the South Asian country for 2 terms in 10 years. The economist turned politician is credited with liberalizing India's economy.
The last 10 years, we as a country have seen many successes and achievements that we should be proud of. Today, India is a far stronger country in every respect than it was a decade ago. I give credit for these successes to all of you.
Coming up, how can marketing excellence define the future success of billionaire-led businesses? We'll talk with the Philippine Marketing Association's leadership in a moment. Keep it here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel and follow the money.
At BNC, 12 noon doesn't mean break. But
good afternoon, I'm Mai Rodriguez. Today on Newsfeed at noon, staunch Duterte ally Salvador Panelo believes Vice President Sara Duterte will be impeached. United Nations hailing the ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon's Hezbollah. Australia officially banning children under 16 from social media. And those are the news this hour. Keep it here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Healing, the restoration of order and well-being. The coming together of a community to address their fears and aspirations. At the heart of these rituals is the shaman, the healer, traditional spiritual leaders whose knowledge of the spiritual and the natural world make them indispensable to their communities. In their struggles and in their secrets are more sources of dayaw, our knowledge, our pride.
Welcome back to Follow the Money. As marketing evolves, even the most successful businesses, those led by billionaires, need innovative strategies to stay ahead. We're blessed to have with us today two leaders of marketing in the country to share their thoughts. Leaders like Philippine Marketing Association's incoming president, Christy Oreta, is helping us show the way. She joins us on Follow the Money today. Christy, good morning and congratulations on your new assignment.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having us.
Welcome to the program and grateful you could join us. You know, lots of disruption in the past few years in marketing, such as TikTok, influencer marketing. You have dominant media changing and even the language and restrictions in communicating and reaching our target markets. What for you are the most recent marketing trends in 2024 that you have seen help businesses, including high net worth individuals like our Bilyonarios, manage their brand and grow their investments?
Okay, let me start by saying it's about user-generated content. It gained momentum during the pandemic 2024. People shared personal experiences and reviews, becoming brand ambassador. UGC has since become naturally trust real users. Now, in 2024, this movement has evolved into community marketing, which gathers people with shared interests around product or service. These online communities often found in social media groups and forums. However, going back to your question, there's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all approach. Big companies, whether small or a startup or big ones, should really review where their customers are, and then that's the way to use either TikTok or Facebook and other social media, podcasts and the like. So you really have to chase your customers. Mm.
Now, as you step into the PMA presidency, are there initiatives, activities, and maybe policies that you're planning to help guide businesses, especially those led by high-profile executives, to adopt the latest marketing methods and tools to address challenges like market saturation and global competition?
Okay, as you know, PMA has been in 71 years already. And there are a lot of templated or signatured events that we've been running year on year, which big businesses, CMO, has learned from. Now, we will not do away with that. What we will do is to run them again, only that incorporating digital tools, promote data-driven marketing. As a matter of fact, for this year's theme, we are thinking of enabled marketers or Pinoy marketers, empowering SME, AI-driven, hard-covered marketing. A new era in marketing where Filipino SMEs use AI to compete globally, create stronger customer relationships, promote sustainability, and stay true to Filipino heart and values. Our vision for PMA's legacy is to create a marketing ecosystem where businesses of all sizes, from emerging entrepreneurs or to established companies, can grow together. We aim to build platforms that encourage collaboration, innovation, and sustainability, helping both large and small businesses tackle marketing challenges.
Christy, on the side, probably very quickly, how are businesses or marketing groups using AI right now in practical terms?
They normally use the data. They bring in data, like for example, for financials example, before really creating a campaign, they get all those statistics that is already available online and then process it. They do have a lot of AI tools, like they go some data from Facebook, LinkedIn, and all those social media platforms. They put them together and review them and come up. And then they really draw their campaign around all of those information.
Christy, this year or the past few years, have you identified as a group in PMA what the biggest threats might be to brands and products and services? Bilyonarios, of course, often rely on strategic marketing to maintain their reputation and public image. Are there platforms or methods like social media that are proving to be the most effective in targeting those threats and managing such high-stakes personal and corporate brands?
Like earlier mentioned, it depends. Each company has a different approach, or each industry. You really have to know where your market is, and then study which one is more effective in your industry or in your campaign. Because, like I mentioned, there's really no one-size-fits-all approach. It's always covered with those information that you gathered. AI is more on data analytics, and then knowing what is already there based on the previous data.
Christy, you bring deep expertise as COO and President of eMethods for Business Management. Would you be able to share with us an outlook, perhaps, for marketing for the next few years? Is there a direction that you see marketing skills and solutions taking, especially for the financial and operational needs of ultra-high net worth individuals?
You see, our company is a financial technology provider. So for over 2 decades, we rely so much on data, especially in the financial data, to guide our approach. When we make an offer, we provide personalized marketing strategy tailored to align with our clients' financial goals and capabilities. So we always go back to the financials. What's in it? So because it's so difficult to have a campaign that is actually will not be sustained financially. So it is really important to see the financial capability of the company. So that to ensure that marketing efforts generate sufficient revenue to cover their costs.
Finally, Christy, looking back on your time in the PMA, is there a campaign or event or strategy that really stood out for you as having defined or made an impact in Philippine marketing and the business landscape?
Can you repeat that again? There are some areas that I didn't get because of the connection.
Yeah, based on your experience at the PMA, is there any campaign or business event that really for you defined or made an impact in Philippine marketing and the business landscape?
Okay, really, last year's campaign on sustainability using AI is actually really struck me the most, because now it puts heart to marketing, not just the usual templated and all, but the concern on the environment using AI, and then making sure that we have care for the environment is something that really struck me the most.
Do you feel that this is the same theme that audiences, marketing targets would be more attuned to in the coming years?
Yes. Sustainability and care for the earth is always been talked about, and it's been there. But however, during these earlier times, we are not so concerned about that. It just passed, and we're really not focusing on it. But because there's a lot of initiatives now, and seeing the earth, there's a lot, especially big brands are focusing on sustainability using AI.
Definitely directions to consider having more of in the coming year. Incoming PMA President Christy Oreta, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Now, from trends shaping billionaires' businesses to the recognition of marketing excellence, what does it take to market success for billionaires? Let's get insights from the Agora Awards chairperson, our second guest this morning, Ms. Alpha Alanigue. Good morning, Alpha, and welcome to Follow the Money.
Good morning, Raine. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for joining us. The Agora Awards, of course, honor marketing excellence, and we're showing some of the year's awardees right here. But how do you think the lessons from the award-winning campaigns the past few years can maybe help Bilyonarios or businesses address their challenges these days, such as diversifying portfolios or adapting to market disruptions?
Okay, the Agora Awards, because it's been, it's our 43rd season already, recognizing marketing innovators. Bilyonarios can actually learn just by looking at the companies that have been recognized by the Agora. You will see how they have experimented, innovated, and pivoted. But more than that, I think Bilyonarios need to look at the market and the customers, because that's what really drives growth, diba? Hello?
Yeah, and now we're looking at some of the Agora awardees right here on the screen right now. We have achievement for advocacy as well as being a school and GCNP legacy marketing. Now, as the chairperson for Agora Awards, how do you ensure that the winning campaigns or winning businesses remain relevant in solving real-world financial and branding challenges that billionaires and their businesses face these days?
Okay. The Agora awardees belong to a community, and we call them the Agora Circle. The Agora Circle is actually composed of not just individuals, but also organizations. And in the PMA, we usually hold learning sessions, and there are master classes and CMO roundtables. And with that, the Agora awardees, not just their campaigns, but even their leadership and their learnings and their plans are shared to the audience.
Yeah, and we're looking at video right now that, you know, the Agora Awards, there's a youth version for that as well, correct?
Yes, there is a youth version.
Right. Now, marketing plays a key role in navigating economic recovery, especially since we just came from a pandemic. Have you seen how the strategies recognized by the Agora Awards helped business people not only recover, but also thrive in an increasingly competitive landscape?
Okay. What I've noticed in the past, and having had conversations with past Agora awardees, is that that sense of community, which President-elect was sharing earlier, is very strong. And with the Agora, what I see is that they give because it's pay it forward. Did I answer your question?
Yeah. Perhaps could you kindly give us an idea how the Philippine Agora awardees fared perhaps against their regional or global competitors?
Okay. So the Agora awardees are actually very competitive. We have won in the Asian Marketing Excellence Awards. We have set several winners. We have Lucien Ditioco, we have Greg Banzon, we have Edgar Allan Caper, just to name a few of the many who have competed in the Asian market and are still thriving.
Are there campaigns that have really stuck, not just economically, not just among the marketing circles, but also in business? Can you share a story, perhaps an example of a past Agora Award winner whose campaign really changed the financial or operational success of their business, particularly in high-stakes industries?
I think more than the campaigns, we'll look at the business performance and how they have expanded their business. Say, for example, triple awardee Century Pacific Foods Incorporated actually won 3 Agora. They have been wanting to, prior to them winning the Export Marketing Company of the Year, they've been wanting to get into that space. And the Agora is one of the drivers that really pushes them, to get that goal. And so they won the Export Marketing Company of the Year, and they've been present in several countries already. And they're also sharing their network in overseas for those who are, of course, non-competitors, but also friends. But they share who to talk to, and that's the spirit of the Agora. It's really paying it forward, giving back, and sharing knowledge.
Very quickly, would you like to invite our viewers to watch the Agora Awards?
Definitely. I hope that Bilyonaryo will cover it. Well, the Agora Awards will happen on the 28th of January at the at the Marriott Hotel, rather.
All right, looking
That's it.
forward to
Thank you
seeing
very
you there.
much.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Alpha
Thank you so
Laniga,
much,
chairperson of the Agora Awards, for your valuable insights. And thank you again to Christy Oreta, incoming president. And grateful to the Philippine Marketing Association for your continued efforts to raise the standards of marketing in the country. And before we go, we'll leave you with this thought from American Publishing Executive, Editor-in-Chief, and politician Steve Forbes. Your brand is the single most important investment you can make in your business. And that is it for today's edition of Follow the Money. I'm Raine Musñgi. Thank you so much for watching. Keep it here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel, always on time.